This is actually what this fight is actually all about. This is why Elon is involved in this right now.
Reform of the tax code, it would make sense because it's extremely complicated and there are too many loopholes. I'm often pitched on these loopholes. That's how I know they exist.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
AOC weighs in on the new, the CR bill, the continued resolution, and on Elon Musk's involvement in getting the 1,500-page full of pork one overturned, and then proposing the new clean bill that has removal of the debt ceiling so that we can go into debt in greater numbers. That's not why he wants it, but we don't know why he wants it, but it's to free up his ability to run the budget the way he needs to, especially in the first quarter of next year, where things could go a little rough financially. Welcome. This is John Mike Keene, and we try to make the news as entertaining as possible. And it wouldn't be fun or funny without AOC weighing in on her own conspiracies against Elon Musk.
This is actually what this fight is actually all about. This is why Elon is involved in this right now. He's not tweeting this out of nowhere. He's not coming at this out of nowhere. The Trump tax cuts are expiring next year. They are trying to lift the debt limit now because reauthorizing the Trump tax cuts next year are going to explode our federal debt. It's going to explode our deficit again. And they don't want to lift the debt limit then to do that. They want to lift it now.
Changing our tax code, which, if Trump maintains his tax cuts from 4 years ago and they stick, remember Biden stuck with them too. And then now they're going to be removed this next year. And Trump wants to reinstate them. And she's saying that's going to, by necessity, raise our debt limit. And she doesn't know that, of course. None of us do, because we don't know how much of our debt or how much we're paying is going to be cut by DOGE or cut by reorganizing the entire government. All of the numbers could change by next year, depending on how successful we are at reforming the government. They could, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are talking about cutting our government down by 1/3, the budget, the cost by $2 trillion. That affects everything, including our debt, including what taxes will do. In a way, it kind of throws all the tables over on their head, and it's hard to predict anything when numbers change that much.
Reform of the tax code, it would make sense because it's extremely complicated and there are too many loopholes. I'm often pitched on these loopholes. That's how I know they exist. And I'm like, that sounds pretty shady. I don't think we should do that. They're like, well, lots of other people are getting away with it. Well, like, yeah, but I still don't think we should do it.
And that's another thing is Elon Musk is the number one payer of taxes in America because he's the richest man. He pays the most. So he has spent more on taxes, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, than any other American. I think he should have a big say in our taxes. And he's not trying to hide it behind loopholes. So he's actually a pretty honest broker. He's funding a ton of our government. It seems like he should have a say in how it's spent and to make sure that it's fiscally, that he's getting a good turnaround for his investment in America. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want him to turn it into, he's paying off Republicans or anything. I'm not looking for just payments on my side. But I think he has more of an interest in the government reforming and being as frugal as possible than any other taxpayer.
That's why
because that'll draw too much attention to what their tax cuts are doing. And this way, if they split it up, it's less of a story.
And that's why Elon's getting involved. His net worth has, I believe it's almost doubled since the election. He is trying to further explode his net worth.
Now, does Elon Musk seem like the kind of guy that cares about his net worth? When you're the richest man in the world, do you want to just explode it even further? I don't think money means a whole lot to Elon Musk or Trump. I think when you're that rich, you'll never spend all your money. So now they're in it for something different. So she's coming up with a weird conspiracy that he's trying to just increase his net worth. Now, if it's true that his net worth has doubled since the election, that's also strange because Trump's not even in office. Joe Biden's in office. still since the election. So how is it that though Trump is not in office, Elon Musk has doubled his net worth? Are you trying to imply that Joe Biden is in on the conspiracy, that Joe Biden, through his favors to Elon Musk, doubled his net worth? Or did Elon Musk just earn it on his own since November? So even her weird conspiracy that Trump is helping Elon Musk, Trump's not in office yet. So how can he have doubled Elon Musk's net worth?
And he is trying to leverage everything from income from federal contracts to reducing his own personal taxes. This is what this is about for him. Trump has a different set of priorities for himself. He's trying to line his own pockets and figure out his own political preservation in this moment. And sometimes those things are aligned and sometimes they're not.
Well, I would only make the same accusation against AOC. Is everything you do just for profit? Why do you assume that everything you do is for the good of the country and out of your own goodwill, and then everything Elon Musk or Trump does is just for money? I actually don't accuse people of just doing things for money, because I don't think money is our ultimate reason to do anything. In fact, it was Karl Marx that always reduced everything down to finances, economics, and the dollar. Everything's cause was money. And I just think people are motivated by a lot more things than just pure profit. So keep your mind open, AOC. Maybe something else is afoot besides the easy answer.
And I think right now we're in one of those friction points.
It's sort of the definition of an oligarchy, where even
It
though
is an
these guys
oligarchy.
aren't
It's a
these,
plutocracy.
I mean, Trump's not even in office yet. His billionaire
Mob
daddy,
enforcer, basically.
is controlling whether the government will stay open or.
How can Elon Musk have control over the government when all he's done is communicated what the government's doing? All he's done is told people what they're doing. He's been transparent and communicated facts. He's not in any other kind of control of the government. He actually has zero legal control. And the same with Trump. So they can't blame any of this on people that are out of power. In fact, AOC is actually in power. She's actually more to blame because she actually has a vote on our government, but she doesn't have the ability to communicate and open up communication the way Elon Musk does. And that's why they despise him. And that's why they're jealous. I'm John Mike Keene.